अच्छा, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। आप देख रहे हैं ऑनलाइन लर्निंग विद तारिक। हमारे यूट्यूब पेज हमने शुरू किया हुआ है अपने बच्चों के लिए, क्योंकि अभी गर्मियों की छुट्टियां हो गई हैं, तो हम चाह रहे हैं कि कुछ ना कुछ बच्चे घर में सीखें, और इसलिए हम एक अपॉर्चुनिटी प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं बच्चों के लिए कि वो घर पर पढ़े हमारे यूट्यूब चैनल से। अच्छा, तो हम आज पढ़ेंगे इंग्लिश। हमारा लेक्चर है क्लास 6 इंग्लिश, यूनिट नंबर 1, हज़रत मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम रसूल ऑफ मर्सी। तो ये लेसन है, हम रीडिंग करते हैं थोड़ा। अच्छा, देयर हैव बीन मैनी prophets in history. In fact, Allah sent a Rasul for every age and every nation of the world to guide the people on the right path. Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was the greatest and the last of all the prophet of Allah. He was for all people and for all ages. There will be no Rasul after him. Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was born on 20th April 571 AD. His father Abdullah lived in Mecca and died a few months before the birth of his child. His grandfather Abdul Muttalib named him Muhammad. His mother loved to call him Ahmad. Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was looked after by a foster mother named Halima. Foster mother रज़ाई माँ बोलते हैं। वहाँ अरब में पहले ये था कि जब एक तो अपनी माँ होती है जिसने इंसान को पैदा किया हो, फिर वो माँ जो होती है वो अपने बच्चे को दूध पिलाने के लिए, उसका देखभाल करने के लिए वो दूसरी माँ को, उसके किसी और औरत को दे देते हैं ना, तो उसको फोस्टर मदर या रज़ाई माँ कहते हैं। He remained with her till he was 5. When he was 6 years old, his mother took Muhammad ﷺ to the grave of his father in Medina. His mother died on the way back. Hazrat Muhammad ﷺ now lived with his grandfather Abdul Muttalib, who also died soon afterwards. Hazrat Muhammad ﷺ was left to the care of his uncle Abu Talib. Since childhood, Hazrat Muhammad ﷺ was loved and respected by all. He never told a lie and was called Sadiq. He was always honest. इसकी प्रोनाउंसिएशन है honest, सही है, HONEST, honest, and fair in his dealing with people. People also called him Amin. A rich and noble widow of Makkah, Hazrat Khadija, was so pleased with his honesty and truthfulness that she wished to marry him. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam accepted her proposal. Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was kind, gentle, and merciful. He loved the poor. He treated the orphans and the widows with kindness. He helped the slaves and the helpless. His love was for all. He would feed the hungry even if he himself had to go without food for several nights. Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam had great respect for women. He always remembered his mother and foster mother with great respect. Women are weak, he said to his followers. You should treat them with kindness and love. Their duty is to be good and modest. You should be kind to them. He was kind to the poor slaves. He loved them as his own children. To the Muslims he said, feed your slaves with such food as you eat yourself, and clothe them with such a clothes as you wear yourself. If they do wrong, pardon them. If you cannot pardon, part with them, but never treat them unkindly. Hazrat Khadija Razillah Anha had a slave named Zaid. Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam always treated him like his own child. He always helped the needy. There was an old man who used to bring water for a distant stream for his master. Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the Prophet of Allah, pitied him and helped him in carrying the water. After finishing the work, he said to him, do remember me whenever you need help again. Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used to buy and carry things of everyday use for women who could not buy or carry them themselves. One day Abu Sufyan said to him, "It does not suit you to carry things for the poor and the low people. I am the grandson of Hashim, who served the rich and the poor alike and never hated the low," said Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He was kind to birds and animals too. One day he saw a camel driver beating his camel to go faster. Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam advised the camel driver, "Be kind to your animal. It is old and weak and the load is too heavy." Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam treated even his enemies with kindness. In the battle of Hawazin, he set free as many as 6,000 prisoners of war. When Mecca was conquered, he forgave all his enemies who had given him much trouble during his life in that city. Once the Rasul of Allah ﷺ visited the city of Taif. His enemies threw stones at him and he was wounded. The angel asked him to curse his enemies. He replied, "I have not been sent to curse anyone, but to be a mercy to mankind." From these few examples from the life of Hazrat Muhammad ﷺ, it is clear that he won the hearts of his friends and enemies by love, kindness, and mercy, and not by force. His mercy was for all. Indeed, he was Rahmatul lil Alameen. May peace be upon him. अच्छा, ये हमने रीडिंग की है इस लेसन की, और इंशाल्लाह नेक्स्ट वीडियो में हम जो है ना इस लेसन के जो वोकेबलरी है या जो मुश्किल अल्फाज इसमें आए हुए हैं तो उसकी हम इंशाल्लाह ट्रांसलेशन करेंगे. एंड थैंक्स फॉर वाचिंग.